Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Flip Auto Experts, and today we're going to be working with a product that I got from the local store. You can get this product at maybe any local AutoZone, which I got it from. You can get it from probably Advance or Rally's, or you can even buy it online. Costs about $20. This will be my first time using the product. I did come across a couple of reviews that some technicians or automotive workers were using, and they kind of get they give some good reviews about the product. Said the product did work good for them, pretty easy to use. So I'm just gonna go through the steps right now and show you how it's used. The product is called AC Pro, or it's actually called Certified AC Pro Auto Air Conditioner Power Clean and Flush. So it comes in a aerosol can like this. Like I said, you get it for about $20, 20 something bucks in the store. So we're gonna use it because we're working on a 2004 Honda CR-V, and this vehicle right now is experiencing some poor AC performance, and we're gonna go ahead and flush the system out. What this product usually does is solvent and is used to flush out any old oil or any debris that might be caught in the system that may be causing your system to perform poorly. All right, so stay tuned. We're gonna go through the steps. Now, we're not gonna flush the whole system in this car because I am replacing the AC condenser, which there'll be another video for. And I actually replaced the AC compressor already. So we're just gonna flush the lines that lead to the expansion valve and the evaporator. But if you wanted to proceed further and flush the lines that come in, that are before and after the AC condenser, which would be ideal if you're doing the whole thing, if you want to replace the condenser like me, or even the lines that are coming from or to the AC compressor. It would be ideal to flush as much of the system as you can to get the best out of the product, all right? So pretty much I'm just going through the steps to show you how it's done, and you can use it for as much or as little as you like. Thanks. All right, so like I said, we're gonna be flushing it from the lines that lead to the AC expansion valve and the evaporator core, which this is the two lines that lead to the expansion valve. There's a line right here and a line right here, which would be these two lines right here. And we have really easy access on this 2004 Honda CR-V. You can break the line free right here. You can break it free right here. So that's where we're gonna flush it through. And that's gonna pretty much get the flush, the portion that I need flushed. So let's break those lines loose and go through the procedure. Now, keeping in mind, before you actually do this flush or you break those lines loose or break any lines loose, you want to make sure that you have already recovered the AC refrigerant from the system. And in my case, I've already recovered the refrigerant, so there's no refrigerant in here. You may hear a little bit of air escape because I do have the system vacuumed. I kind of was doing a vacuum test on the system just to make sure there wasn't any leaks. And I think it's still in the vacuum, so you may hear a little bit of a hissing sound, but that's just because it's under vacuum and I don't actually have any refrigerant in the system. And that's something you definitely want to do. If you don't have a recovery machine, you want to go to a local shop, and you can just pay for that service of having them recover the refrigerant. You could do the work, and then you can charge it up yourself, or you can have a local shop charge up the system again. All right, I'm not sure what size these fittings are on these lines, so I'm gonna use a couple of adjustable wrenches just to make it easier instead of going back and forth trying to figure out what size these nuts on this line is gonna be. Which one is gonna turn? This one's gonna turn, so I'm just gonna hold this one still on the right, and I'm gonna turn this one here counterclockwise. Break that free. All right. It's loose. Probably gonna have to take out this 10 millimeter to give some flexibility in this hole. So right now it's actually stuck together. It won't break. It won't actually come apart, but the nut's free. So we're gonna do the next one right here. All right. that one's free. This line right here is held on by a little plastic clamp. This one has here a bracket with a 10 mil. All right, guys, so we got a little hose system hooked up here. I was trying to get, ideally you want a hose to like go around the fitting on top of it, on the outside. But I couldn't find a hose big enough to get in there to go around it. So I just got one jammed in the inside, and hopefully it should do somewhat of the job on catching some of the solvent into this bottle. So what I'm gonna do is using this compressed air can of solvent for the AC flush. It's gonna go through this line, through the expansion valve into the evaporator core, circulate within the evaporator core, hopefully, and come out through the outer line or the other line, which is going to be here and into the bottle. So let's see how that works out. Like I said, I haven't done this before, so this is kind of like a first trial on my end. So let's see how it works. So we got the hose right here, we got the can, and the can comes with its own fitting right here to fit nicely inside the line. And then it's got safety cap, pull that off, got a yellow trigger. So you're just gonna line it up, put it in the fitting, and you're gonna be pressing it periodically. You're not gonna just hold the trigger until the can empties. You wanna just push it periodically, two or three pushes at a time, until you feel like it's flushed enough. So I got that in. All right, let's try this out. All right, so just a couple of pushes at a time. I haven't seen any come out the other line yet. All right, just started to come out now. That's good. Good. And man, that thing looks, so when you can see when you're pushing the fluid through, it's kind of foamy, but it's pretty much like a clear fluid. And on the other end, man, it's darker than I expected. Look how dark that is, man. That's a lot of debris, a lot of oil that's still trapped in the system. And mind you, when I did the recovery with the draining the oil as well. So it took out oil, and I was expecting it took out, maybe most, if not all of the oil. But I mean, I still got some in there, obviously, man. Look how dark that is, man. So it's definitely doing its job, man, and cleaning out. It's not coming out clear at all, and that's what you want to see. You want to see that. You want to see that dark, what's being flushed out. So I put like more than half of the can, and that suffice for this line right here, and this part of the system, which is again going through the expansion valve and going through the evaporator core. All right, so now that we've ran the AC Pro Power Clean Flush through the system, we had a can that was half full of debris and oil. It was darkened in color. I emptied the can already. So now you have to clear out the lines, because you're still going to have some of the solvent that's trapped in the line, and you have to clear it out with compressed air. So what you want to do is take an air gun with an air nozzle and a tip that's something similar to this, that has a cone shape, that can actually fill up the entire line and not allow air to backfire or escape through, which is actually going to create an issue, because it's going to either splash on you or splash elsewhere. You want to have a tip like this. And you want to kind of just periodically push air through the system, and you can see the bottle is pushing the rest of the solvent that's kind of trapped through the lines, and not just the line but also the components. In this case, it's going through the expansion valve and the evaporator core. So you want to get all of that out, and you want to keep doing this pretty much until you don't have any more fluid going into the can, right? And it may be hard to tell because it kind of just pushes fluid and air out at the same time. But what I'm gonna do is once I do this for a while, and I'm gonna show you again what that fluid looks like once it's once it's going through the system, how it's clean. because once again, when the fluid that's in here, the solvent is clear, and when it's coming out, it's dark, black, and brown because it's cleaning out the system, right? So I'm gonna empty this out and just keep doing this because I wanna make sure there's absolutely no fluid coming into the can before I stop pushing the fluid, the compressed air through the system. And so once you do that and you have no more fluid going in the can, you know you're done. You can actually hook up your lines, and you can do maybe another recovery just to kind of make sure you don't have anything in the system. And then you can do like an evac. All right, so once you're sure you got all the solvent out of the system, and you're not going to be replacing any components, or you're not going to be flushing out any more parts of the system, close up all the lines. You could do maybe a final recovery just to make sure you don't have any moisture or droplets in there. And then you want to do a vacuum. You want to pull vacuum on the system. That's going to pull out any possible moisture that might be trapped in the system. And then once you do a vacuum, then you can recharge the system, and your AC system hopefully should be working as designed, blowing nice and cold, and you'll be good to go. All right, so hopefully this video and tips was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them down, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more automotive videos and tips that may be able to help you out in the future. All right, thanks for checking out the video. Take care. Peace.